This is what it's all about. This painful part right now. Telling myself, shut up. Stop moaning about something that doesn't actually matter. You know what I mean? We're here, we're doing it, we're in it. That switches me to being in that moment. You just gotta get past it. And as time goes on, you will get past it. Sometimes it is long going to the gym before, sort of strengthening my back and doing cardio and then doing yoga. Sometimes it is draining, and it's okay on the weeks where yoga sessions are familiar, but when they're new and they're a bit difficult, it does test you mentally and physically. But during that yoga class, I was getting on top of myself. I was sort of moaning to myself in my head about how unflexible I am and how hard it actually is. And I hit a point where I was like, this isn't productive. This doesn't serve you for this yoga session. Why do you keep doing it? Why do you keep talking to yourself saying, oh, you can't do that, oh, you know what I mean, almost giving up? And the thoughts that came to my head were, remember that this is it. And we all forget that during the thing you actually find hard, it doesn't matter what level or the comparison to other people and this person's doing that and they don't find it hard or they're doing something harder. It's what you need, you know what I mean? You need to focus on you. At the end of the day, shut out the voices and focus on you and what you need to do. I'm telling myself, shut up, stop moaning about something that doesn't actually matter, because you're here, you're doing it. You're here, you're doing it. You know what I mean? You're doing the hard thing, you're in the hard moment. Just carry on doing it. And I think a lot of us forget that. I know I've spoke to some friends when some quit things that they don't want to do, or to be better, to diet, to exercise, to quit the bad habits. I have friends that have that, or just people that I know that are just trying to be better. And we all forget we're doing it, we're in it, we're living it. That's it. You know what I mean? This is the moment. This is the moment that you dream for when you dream about things that you want to do. For example, when I was running really long distances and it was getting tough, because I would go into waves of it being tough and waves of it being alright and waves of it being good. When it got to bad, I told myself, this is it. This is running. This is doing it. This is running those long distances. This is what it's all about. This painful part right now is what makes up the running. Without this painful part, you wouldn't get the reward of the run or whatever your circumstance is, the diet. This is the hard part. This is the cravings that you're getting. What makes the diet? This is what makes you skinny, to avoid those cravings. And then you have that battle in your head of, is this worth it? And that still, you're living it. And you don't see it until you get past those moments. I've only had a glimpse of it. And I already know that. And I already feel that sort of knowledge. And the reward from just keep on going. From, you know what I mean? The mindset of you're in it. Because sometimes for me, I'm always looking ahead. I'm always looking in the future. I'm always looking at what I want. I want to be able to run a marathon easily. And to get that, I need to go through them periods where I'm absolutely dying. When I'm running, when I'm cramping up, when my muscles are aching, when I'm got those thoughts in my head that that I want to stop. That's it. That is how you get to running a marathon. And I guess most of the time when people quit, it's not, whatever the goal they've got isn't worth it for them. When you cheat on that diet, when you give into that craving, whatever aim you have, you don't see it being worth it. And you can spin it two ways. It's either not being worth it, or the pleasure you get from it is a lot higher than what you think the reward's going to be. And you know what I always tell myself now? When I figure it out, when I'm in that moment and I can get in that headspace and remember where I'm at. And I think that's what that phrase does of, you know what I mean? We're here, we're doing it, we're in it. that switches me to being in that moment, and you've just got to get past it. And as time goes on, you will get past it. You will push off that craving. You will run through that burn. You'll run through that cramp. That cramp will ease up. Then the reward comes, and it's better than you can ever imagine. In fact, it's probably exactly how you imagine it. The dream of it feeling good, the dream of the outcome. But if you never get it, you don't know how good it feels. And not only that, if you numb it, if you try and avoid how bad it feels, if you're craving something and you're trying to just push it off your mind, or you're running through it and you don't think, turn the music up louder, play a song that's going to motivate me. If you do that, you're numbing the suffering, you're numbing the pain, and you get the equal opposite reaction. If you've not suffered that much, your reward isn't that much. But you built this expectation up in your head that the reward is going to be great. But the reason it's not is because you've numbed the suffering. You've not gone through the suffering. You've not actually been on it. You've not thought about it. You've not felt it. You've not dived fully into it. And if I'm honest, you don't even have to dive fully into it. You just have to dive into it. You just have to sit in it and not try and avoid it. That's what I think. That's what I found with ice baths. You just have to, you put your full body in. You just got to go for it. You just got to do it. It's not this, you know what I mean, oh, it's going to be bad, come on, let's do it, we can do it. No, just do it. And I know it's easier said than done, but if you just do it and you just anticipate that suffering, you just say, the reward's on the other side. I found, on a smaller scale, because I'm not this big shot, I found that it does work. In the yoga session that I've had, I've also got to remind myself that I'm here, that I'm doing it, in a way where it's like a reward in itself. This is it. You know what I mean? We're doing it. We're trying. We're suffering. We're uncomfortable. I don't have the reward now. I've had it because I've gone through it multiple times. I don't have that instant reward of, oh, it was hard, but I got through it. Because what happens is I've had the reward in the past after that session. So I don't really get that again. I'm almost not numb to it, but used to it. And what happens now is the next session that I do well feels much better. Because if you think of the opposite, I've had a session where I've felt bad. So it's the next session that I feel good. Well, feel great if I'm honest. I'll have spoke on camera after it here and I feel great and I'm all fired up and driven. And it's because of these sessions. It's these sessions that make those sessions feel so good. Because this session felt so bad. And it felt like a beginner again and it felt like I didn't know what I was doing, and it's like, oh, that's back again, is it? I thought I'd passed that. I'm sat here talking on a video about how great it feels and how good I'm doing, and I don't know, even in my head the thoughts, I'm telling people I'm doing well, but that increases the high, and I've talked about this before, it's like a circle, it increases the high and the low gets lower, but as the low gets lower, the higher gets higher. And I do debate whether that is the way to live life, the highs and lows. But because I think when I was growing up, I did see that I didn't want to do the highs and the lows. I did want a steady sort of life. I'd listen to sort of Buddhists talk, the idea they go for. But I think what I've got now is, even though it is a low, I see the value in the low. So it's almost technically not as low as you think it is, because you see the value in it. But I think that growing up, the reason I didn't like the idea of highs and lows is because the lows were so low and it felt so bad that I would numb it and I wouldn't truly feel it. And when you truly feel it, you have a threshold for how low you can go. And if you numb it, sure, you can go absolutely low. A lot of strong men and women can sit in a situation and really endure it and really get through it. And it's strong. You are numbing the feeling, and sometimes you might just need to get through it, but you don't have to go so low. In my head, when I'm talking like this, I'm thinking, you're feeling such highs off some simple things, a yoga class, and you say it's hard. In this perspective of things, it's not hard when it compares to other people's situations in life, but when you force yourself to sit in that suffering, you don't need to go so low. You just have to surrender to it. You just have to let it happen. And trust me, you don't have to try and suffer. That comes with life. I know me in the past, I've tried to numb suffering, but it numbs the reward, it numbs everything. It can't not numb everything. But hey, turn up to the gym as well. That's all you can do. You're not perfect. I slipped on Friday and Thursday, I think it was. Maybe even Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, possibly. I didn't go. And don't get me wrong, I didn't feel great the Thursday. I felt tired, lazy, you know what I mean? But we're back again, you know what I mean? We're doing it. And if you had those dips of consistency, just get back on and just keep going. Don't focus on, oh, I'm off again. You know what I mean? How hard is it to get back on? Just get on. I know it's not as simple as that, but try and make it as simple as that, I reckon. That's what I think. That's how I try and think about it. And that's what routines do that for me. Routines get me into making it easier to come back. But anyway, living life. Peace. Thinking this morning about the people in your life and how much they actually do really affect your mood. Whether you have people in your life that drain your energy, or whether you have people in your life that lift you up, you get yourself in a headspace where you're down in the dumps and you're blaming everyone else. And you're asking for, oh, I wish this, I wish that. And self-absorbed. When you add other people onto that drain you, you're fighting a hard battle. You're losing valuable energy. Right now in your life, you might not be able to afford to lose that energy.